Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share a very new strategy to snipe meme coins as soon as they launch. Basically, we're going to track many developers, and as soon as these developers launch a new token, we're going to snipe them. There are many tips and tricks that I will share in this video. Definitely watch this video until the end. Also, after the video, I'm going to upload a full list of developers on my Telegram channel, FriDev. You can find the link in the video description. Make sure to download the list and add all these wallets to your Axiom Pro tracker section. In this way, you can see them like me in here. For example, this dev bought this token, this dev, bought this one. And most of the time, these developers are the guys who actually launched the token. But as I told you, there are so many things to share in this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let's get into it. I have to mention, you actually need an Axiom Pro account. This is the best and cheapest trading platform in the market, and by using my referral link in the video description, you can get 10% off in all your transaction fees. In this way, you support my channel, and I really appreciate that. Okay, let's actually take a look at the trendy tokens right now. Look at Cause. This is quite interesting because if I go to my tracker section, you can see I got an alarm for this token as soon as it got launched 20 hours ago. Let me actually click on this. Because I was tracking this developer, I knew that every token he launches, it will, cook pretty well. This token reached to something around $1.4 million and it could go much higher than this. Let's actually take a look. As you can see, the developer launched the token in here. He actually bundled a big portion of the supply. Token graduated in the first candle, and you should never invest in this kind of tokens at the first candle. You have to wait for the second candle because usually there are many people who are copy trading this developer, and they are using some private nodes and some fast bots. And, since the token pumps so hard, they will immediately sell their tokens. This is exactly like Gake. If you're familiar with Gake wallet, you know that whenever he buy a token, so many people copy trade him. And the token will pump so hard. And immediately after that, you can see some big dumps like this candle. If you are using, a public node and also a trading platform that all the other people are using, you should actually wait for the second candle because we can always expect a big dump. You can see this token reached to something around $70,000. So you were able to easily buy this token at 70 or let's say $100,000 market cap quite easily. And right now, this token reached to $1.4 million. But let's actually take a look at some KOLs that entered this token. It's quite interesting. The only KOL that bought this token was Casino, and he bought it at 190. So if you are actually tracking this developer, you were able to enter even before Casino. And it was quite interesting that no other KOLs entered this token at earliest stage. That was quite interesting for me. But how I found this developer? If I go to the dev tokens, you can see this developer launched 3 tokens and all 3 graduated. Let's take a look at the previous tokens. We had actually Moondog. This was a very trendy token. Let me show you the market cap that it actually reached. You can see it reached to something around $2.6 million. And for this token, you were able to enter quite early. Let me show you the big dump in here. Token graduated in here and a big dump until $60,000. You can easily buy this token at 60 or 70. Let's actually take a look at his first token. It was UFO. This token also cooked well. Okay, when it comes to UFO, it actually reached to around $750,000 market cap, and they bundled the supply at the beginning again. So you were able to enter at around 80 or $90,000 market cap, but you can see a big dump at the beginning. Why? Because this token was actually the first meme coin by this developer. After that, many other people actually copyrighted him, and as a result, for the second and the third one, you can see a big dump after the token launch. Many people probably copy traded him and they sold their tokens with a profit, or maybe that was the devs strategy, but this was quite interesting. This is very important. The devs migrated percentage, it's quite important. Let me actually go to pulse section. First, let me actually show you the filters that I'm using. First of all, right now I'm more trading pump fund tokens. For the edge, I prefer maximum 3 minutes. For the dev holding, maximum 15. And for the volume, minimum $4,000. And for the market cap, minimum $6,000. This is actually the filters that I'm using. But in here, let's actually take a look at these tokens. For example, this is actually this dev, 7 tokens graduated. But look at here. He actually launched 2,000 tokens, more than that even. And only 7 of those was able to graduate. So we're definitely not looking for this kind of devs. Let's actually take a look at another one. A lot of times when you see a wallet with so many graduated tokens like this one, 46, this is a lot. These kind of developers usually launch token every minute, every hour, and most of the time, the percentage is pretty low. Look at here, only 1%. So he launched 8,000 tokens, only 46 of them was able to graduate. We're actually looking for some developers with high percentage of migrated tokens, something like 50%, 60%, 70%, or 80%. But how you can find this kind of wallets? Personally, one of the strategies that I'm using is I'm going to discover section on Axiom Pro, and every day I usually check the trendy tokens in here. A lot of these tokens usually do not make sense for me. For example, why should this token pump so hard? There is nothing special about, this meme coin. I haven't seen any KOL actually promoted this one. So this really doesn't make sense for me. So I'm going to check the dev percentage. And whenever I see something like this, I know there are some cabals behind it. Because meme coin space is all about cabals. Let's actually take a look at this token, for example. You can see 4%. It's not good. He launched 27. Let me actually take a look at more tokens. I think this was... Look at this one. Look at this one. We found another developer to track. 67%. He only launched 3 tokens and 2 of them graduated. When it comes to some good developers, they usually launch tokens every week, every month, and they are not those kind of devs that they usually launch tokens every hour or every minute. You can see he launched a token 25 days ago, 25 days ago, and 5 days ago. Let me actually show you when we were able to enter this token. Okay, this is quite interesting. This was a very slow cook. He launched the token in the first candle. You were able to enter at around $43,000 market cap in the second candle, or even below that. Token reached to 170 and it had a very big dump. And after that, it started to grow. I can promise no other KOLs actually entered this token early because, as I told you, most of these tokens, there are some cabals behind them. And you really have to track this kind of wallets. Another good example is actually Fartcoin developer. As you may know, Fartcoin reached to around $2 billion market cap. If I go to the dev tokens, just look at here, 45% migrated. He launched 230 tokens and 175 of them graduated. Look at his previous launches. He, launched 14 hours ago Fort. He launched CDI. He launched this one. All of them graduated. This is quite interesting. Let's actually take a look at this token. Let me go to 1 second chart. And this is quite interesting. You can see Casino already bought this token. He definitely, take a look at this kind of developers, Casino. Look at here. In the first candle, they've launched the token, and in the second candle at around $17,000 market cap, you were able to enter this one. This is crazy. Because I can't still believe that a lot of people don't understand the power of tracking dev wallets. By tracking this dev wallet, you were able to easily enter at around $20,000 market cap, and it reached to, it graduated already to $133,000 market cap. It had a big dump until reaching to 375. In here, 700. Crazy. This is crazy. And even Casino bought this token quite late. Let's take a look at other tokens by Fartcoin developer CDI. This was actually 7 days ago. Okay, we can actually see Casino again. And this one reached to 150. You were able to enter at the second candle at around 70. It had a dump until 37 and 150 until here. In here 200 and it had a big jump. This is crazy, the profit you were able to gain only from one developer. And still I'm shocked at how some people don't follow this kind of devs. Okay guys, let me actually give you a very important tip. Never buy this kind of tokens below $10,000 market cap. This is very important because most of these developers usually rock the token and they sell their bag below $10,000. Let me give you an example. Look at, for example, this developer. The first token he launched was quite successful. This token actually reached to around $1 million market cap. Let's take a look at the second token after he launched. When it comes to this token, basically it already passed $10,000. So my suggestion is to never invest tokens below $10,000. Also usually wait for the dev sale. So you were able to enter at around $12,000 at the second candle, or let's say 15, or you better to wait for the dev sale in here. So at $12,000 market cap, this token didn't graduate, but it already reached to something around $26,000 market cap. You were able to gain a 2x profit. Let's actually take a look at the third token, this one. As you can see, this token got rocked before $10,000. Let's take a look at this one. In here, $8,000. So that's very important because most of these developers usually rock tokens before 10,000. Always wait for the dev sale. And by using this strategy, even if the developer has a low percentage of win rate, a lot of times you can actually see a high success rate because you don't get into these kind of tokens and you only catch the main runner, because a lot of these developers usually use this strategy to avoid copy traders. And as I told you before, you can find a lot of these developers on the Dex Screener Discover section. I'm going to share many of these wallets on my Telegram channel, or you can also go to the Pulse section, use my filters, and check out this kind of tokens. For example, I'm 100% sure this is not a good dev to track because he has so many graduated tokens, 24. You look at this, 0%. When you see, for example, something around 2, 1 or 3, that's the time that I usually take a look at the dev percentage, the number of migrated token, and I could possibly invest on the token on the new per section. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Cheers.